time to spotlight Lovesac after the company's latest Investor Day, which revealed some financial targets, new products to talk about. Shawn Nelson is back with us, founder and CEO at Lovesac. Thank you so much for being back with us. I know your outlook is looking pretty good. I want to talk about that. You have new products. Tell me about the year that was. What did you think about 2024?
Yeah, I mean, look, we're grateful to still be growing in a what's been a super down period for the entire kind of home and furniture sector, right? Post-COVID, as it turns out, COVID was an amazing opportunity for businesses like ours. And then post-COVID, there was so much furniture buying as people were stuck on their couches at home, not just from our company, but for, really every company that we compete with, that it's been a major hangover. But thankfully, Lovesac has continued to grow. We've opened, more than 30 locations this year and continue to find growth, even as things have been in a pullback. And we continue to launch new products. 2024 has been our most prolific year of new product launches ever. As we've seen the AnyTable come out, you can integrate it with your sactionals. Even if you bought them years ago, we have the PillowSac chair accent frame, this amazing chair, squishy chair that went viral on social media, and all kinds of new add-ons for your sactionals, including just a few weeks ago, the reclining seat that you can utilize with sactionals like the one I'm sitting on that you might have purchased years and years ago, or of course, buy them with new setups and whatnot. So it's been a great year for Lovesac in many respects. On the other hand, we're really looking forward to the housing market turning around someday and this entire category getting some tailwinds, because it's been nothing but headwinds in the category for a long time now.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing, too. When you say the housing market to turn around someday, there's just not that much clarity as to when mortgage rates will come down or when housing will be hot again. There was a time, remember, when everybody was overbidding on the prices and there were 10 bidders and, it was wild. But now you're seeing sentiment, like, for example, the last sentiment number was a little weaker. So I think people are spending. As you noted, you're growing in an environment that is somewhat challenging, but they're very particular. So you do see, for example, though, that in 2026, full year of 2026, you see higher sales. What's going to drive that, do you think?
Yeah, for Lovesac, it's a combination, of course, of new locations. We have our own Lovesac showrooms in shopping malls and, power centers all across the country. We'll continue to, open around 30 of those for the year. But more importantly, we have an amazing new product introduction that we just announced at our recent Investor Day on NASDAQ. It's called the EverCouch. And as crazy as it sounds for a company that already makes one of the best-selling sectionals in the United States, we have a big opportunity in couches. So Lovesac sells classically very few 1s, 2s, and 3-seat sofas, chairs and sofas and love seats. And this EverCouch addresses the bigger part of the couch category. Believe it or not, even though sactionals are couches that you can arrange and rearrange, you can have them the rest of your life, have done so well in so many respects, we sell almost all big sectionals. And so we've invented this really cool sofa that can be shipped to you, just like our sactionals via common carrier, arrive in days, have covers off the rack ready to go, as well as custom order, hundreds of covers available. You can wash it, you can change it. You can't rearrange it like you can with sactionals, but we think of it as a designed for life solution for a sofa. And that is the bigger part of the entire seating category, even bigger than sectionals. And so we think that this could be a massive business for Lovesac. It'll utilize our same showrooms, of course, our same website. We'll have its own configurator on the website. We're just really excited about this new product. You're going to see it, roughly halfway through the year. And we think it's going to provide a big growth opportunity for Lovesac.
Yeah, look, and it'll match. You could have the same fabrics, and it'll match your other parts of your sectional, your living room or your home. And, a couch is a couch. And when you think back to the old shows back in the olden days, that was like where they sat and where they had guests and living room and such. So why not get in on that part of it? When we think about the environment of a higher rate environment or labor, or what are some things that you are worried about, or you think that you need to work on, or that you're hoping for better, in the next 12 months?
Look, I mean, if this is the new normal, then we'll compete. And the way we'll compete at Lovesac is by inventing new products. We actually announced, besides the EverCouch, we have 2 new categories coming in the 2 years to follow, one each year. And when I say new categories, these are entirely new rooms of the home that Lovesac will be entering into. And so that's a big reason why there's been a lot of investor action on Lovesac. We have a bright future ahead. We have a unique point of view where we combine our design for life way of inventing things with our customer acquisition engines that are tailored to that thing. Right now you're looking at the recliner. This recliner is not just, a typical recliner. This can work if you understand sactionals long ways, if you want to have more seating in your home, or you can reconfigure it to work deep ways if you're tall and you want to have a deep slouchy seat. And the same device, the same single SKU can work in either direction. Of course, Lovesac comfortable, guarantee for life. I mean, the thing is just built like a tank, and of course can be utilized with all the sactionals we've ever sold, integrated in and whatnot. So we'll continue to use this way of inventing to compete in the landscape where I think a lot of others are just waiting for the recovery. We have a great secular growth story combined with the opportunity to recover if that ever happens in the macro.
So going into other rooms of the home, so not just the living room or the family room anymore. We can't wait to hear more about that. And when you think about the competitive landscape, people are buying, as you noted, and they are spending very carefully, but they are buying. You had one that you had the speakers in there, inside the couch. I mean, you've had so many things. You talked about the pillow sack frame, the recliner, the squishy chair that went viral. So you've had so much here that has been working. What's the final thought here? Because I think about the margins. Are you squeezing out some margins to make some money, Shawn?
Yeah, I mean, Lovesac continues to be profitable, have strong EBITDAs, big cash flow machine. As we've brought our inventories down, even as our revenues have continued to rise. And so I think, look, we're a healthy business. We're really proud of the business we've built. And we're maintaining our gross margins, right? Which in this category is very difficult right now because we're seeing competitors doing 40 and 50 and 60% off sales. And so, we've refused to do that. We have a unique product you can't buy anywhere else. We've maintained our gross margins, and we've had, a decent holiday season. We would have loved to just have a knock your socks off, crush it. But people are cautious right now in general. And so thankfully, we're winning the business we need to win to continue to cash flow and grow the business and invest these new products. But we do look forward to some kind of recovery, hopefully in the new year. We'll see. We've gone 2-3 years already in this kind of environment, and Lovesac's proven that we can continue to build our cash position even when times are tough like this.
Yeah, I mean, and the window is so grabby. I mean, I walk by Lovesac regularly in New York City, and it just makes you want one. Like, you look in the windows, and it looks fun and inviting. So the stores certainly have a welcoming vibe. Thank you so much, Shawn Nelson, founder, CEO at Lovesac. Thanks. Good to see you, Shawn.
Great to be with you. Thanks, Nicole.